We're back. How the fuck we doing? Hopefully you can hear me. Don't have my regular microphone with me, so this could be a very hard listen for people. Andy B, holy shit, how you doing, brother? Hopefully that's the real Andy B and not some fraudulent cunt. How you doing, bro? Lol at Real Madrid. Oh man, don't even get me started on that. I've been getting nothing but shit from fucking Arsenal fans for the last week. Awful shit. How you doing, Crystal? If you're bored while waiting, this guy is kind of bored too. Who's that? Frankie, if you're not 5 minutes, you're 10 minutes. I'm never late. I'm never fucking late. How you doing, Antec? Oh, Paradox, what's good, my brother? Are you in fucking Anno, London? I'm in Manila, bro. I'm in Manila. This is currently the apartment that I'm staying in. It's actually pretty swank, to be fair, for around here. It's not bad. Did I miss the live stream where you went out and tested your luck? No. So basically, the plan was to do it last week, 2 days after I did the original one, but I've had like really bad connection problems. Like I tried to do another live test, and um, both YouTube and Restream were saying that I couldn't connect because of I don't know, like territory issues or something like that. So anyway, apologies about the echo. Like I said, I'm using a bit of unconventional means here. Where the fuck is Manila? It's in the Philippines. Leave the KFC workers alone over there, bro. That was one time. That happened one time, and it wasn't over here. And it wasn't a Filipino, it was a Kenyan. And I told you how she fucked that one up. All right, I thought I was fairly justified in breaking that little hookup situation off. All right, judge me all you want, but coming over to my apartment at 11 p.m. at night for some strange dressed in the KFC uniform with a hat on should be a deal breaker for anyone. How many women have you impregnated so far? Jesus Christ, bro. None. Zero. Zero. Damn, you hit the Philippines. Like, yeah, I've been here for about a week, something like that. Paradox, you missed. We did a live stream in a bar a couple of about a week ago when I first got there. Um, and everything I've been saying over the last year and a half has been vindicated. She was actually wearing the hat. That was the thing, is it? If she turned up in the shirt, I'd have been like, fine, you can work with it. The hat was just, I couldn't get that image out of my mind. Don't get me wrong, I put one more smash in because I'm a gentleman, but she got blocked immediately as soon as the door closed, and I just heard her scuttling feet running towards the cab. Blocked. Out of here. Only thing man knows about the Philippines is the bookie ass consent age. I do know about that. I didn't research it. It was told to me before you start getting on my back for that shit. Go get a tap from the famous old lady that grabs junks. She's in it's bad that I know who you're talking about immediately. That woman, she's like an old lady who does like traditional tattoo art. Um, she's in Baguio, which is far. Are you going to Thailand? I'm not going this time. I might go later on in the year, essentially. This is actually the best trip I've ever had to Manila, like ever. Because I've said this to you boys before, yeah. For some fucking reason, I used to go here and then get fucking slaughtered, like get so drunk, and then something fucked up would happen. But I haven't been doing that this time. I've had the odd little drink here and there, but leaving a bar at 11 o'clock, knowing how to get to a taxi, like not stumbling around and losing things, or yeah, apparently that was the way forward. What time is it in Filipino land? It is now 3:30 in the morning, sir, and I'm doing this because, like I said, I'm actually going on to Bodach's quiz panel tonight with Brutally and maybe Musical and obviously Bodach himself. We're gonna do like an MMA type quiz. So yeah. No, white Russians are amateur shit for me, Crystal. My apartment's really tidy, bro. I'm a very fastidious individual. I'm the kind of person who like as soon as I arrive somewhere on holiday, I unpack all my suitcase, I get everything arranged. Some I call it fastidious, other people might call it faggy, but you can decide. But yeah, I'm the kind of person who like I can't settle or have any enjoyment if like if I know that there's stuff to be done, so I just get shit out the way. But no, White Russian Crystal Miller. The reason I end up fucking up over and over again, and you probably remember this from like my early live streams, is I hit the hard whiskey on the rocks, entire bottles, and that will fuck up anyone. And I'm not a particularly big person, so that shit goes straight to my head. You can't enjoy a holiday hungover the entire time. And tech, this is exactly what I'm saying, brother. This is exactly the issue. I have had no hangovers this entire trip. After I finished at that bar, I literally hung around for about another half an hour. Um, I think I had one more drink and then I fucked off. Had a nice conversation with some locals outside who tried to fleece me for some cash. And usually, what I would do in that situation is I would just like, I'd wake up in the morning and I'd be like, why is my wallet empty again? And I'm the kind of person who, like, I obviously don't bring all my cash out with me. But I'd be like, well, how the fuck did I, like, what? And then I get flashbacks of some, like, tottering old lady coming up to me with flowers being like, and I'll probably give her, like, a month's salary. Not today, bitch. Not today. Better work that corner. Convenient UK time is appreciated. How long are you out there for? I'm only here for another couple of days. So I'm here until Tuesday night local. Well, I'm leaving here Tuesday night local time, which is like another 4 days. Um, and I feel like I'm like usually when I finish a holiday, I usually think about, oh fucking, I missed out on doing this and that. I had one too many lazy days. I do not feel like that this time. I feel like it's been really a good one. It's been chill. Like I've enjoyed myself. And I'm looking forward to going home. Well, I'm not eager to get out of here anytime soon, but I'm happy to go back. That's how you do it. You put the whiskey bottle in an ice bucket like it's a bottle of champagne. That is exactly how you do it. And I used to love in like the I prefer it in Thailand, yeah. Well, what you can do is they have like those spray things that they have them in America as well. You know where you can spray the bottom of the glass and like it freezes up. I fucking love those. They don't have them in the UK for some reason, which baffles me to this day because it's such a brilliant idea. Like rather than like wasting like getting contaminated ice cubes or whatever, you just freeze the glass and you're good to go. But yeah, no, it's been fun. I've had a good time. There's been one or two low points, but I'm not going to really be talking about that. Miss Leo, how's Manila? How are you doing? It's been fun. I've had a really good I've had a really good week, or slightly more than a week. But we still have to do our mushrooming with confidence episode, which I'm hoping to do on I'm thinking maybe we could do it for you the UFC um the UFC. What I might do is I might go out and do like a live watch along, but do it at a bar. I'm going to try and find a sports bar out here that's definitely going to show the fights, like a 24-hour sports bar, and then just live stream from there and see what the fuck happens. We could maybe do like a double UFC fight companion slash mushrooming with confidence episode. Do you get a lot of locals over there trying to mug you off with tourist prices? 100%, mate. It's the nature of the business. It's the nature of the business. Like it's usually like taxi drivers, but the thing is that you learn to become a little bit wiser. So when I first used to come here, I used to get into a taxi and then they'd quote me a price and I wouldn't know any better and I just go, that doesn't seem like a lot to me, and then go, all right. Where you find out, so you find out things like make sure that you use the meter, but now you can just use Grab, which is like super cheap. You can go across the entire city, $6, like, so they can't really rip you off in that way. But it's things like, and obviously food menus have prices, so they can't really get away with that shit. Um, One thing I did get fucked over on was my laundry. So I handed my laundry over to the hotel a couple days ago. It was like 7 items, some shit like that. $25, mate, for 7 items. Like, just I was beyond annoyed. I have those watering jugs for plants. Screw the plants. You fill them with vodka, pump the air in there, and just squirt it straight into your mouth. There is. I love you, Crystal, but you are sometimes very, very disturbing. How you doing, Chris Gray? What's good, man? What is good, my guy? Your team are playing tonight, aren't they? Aren't they? I'm sure. Well, look who it is, Mister. I'm too busy banging lady boys to see my friends. Hustle Bones, Hustle Bones. If you weren't there for the live stream that I did in the bar, that's your own fucking fault. And secondly, I'm not banging any lady boys. They bang anyway. Shrooms, UFC, and Frankie, sign me up. No, it's not actually doing shrooms. It's just the name of the episode, Mushrooming with Confidence, because it's like, hey, we're gonna do the lady boy or not adventure game. And I figure if we go to like a random sports bar, that all sorts of people are going to turn up. Because the reason why I might have fucked up the game is because ladyboys apparently have their own bars, and then straight ladies have their own bars. So I don't think it would. So I'm gonna have to go somewhere random and see how it goes. Um, won't it be like 7 a.m. over there? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. How's the weather out there? It's fucking hot, Miss Leo. Fucking hot. Like, and it's very humidy heat over here. So during the day, you can't really be walking about too much. But I always make sure I've got like 3 sets of clothes to change into every day. So and I'm not a very sweaty person anyway. How you? Sorry, how a second. How you doing, Red Free? I feel like I've missed something here. Volk by TKO in 4. This is gonna be Volk's last fight. This is gonna be Volk's last fight ever. And I love Volkanovski. He's gonna get banged out, in my opinion. I've got a few controversial opinions about this card. I'm going to get a lot of disagreement about it. How you doing, Colin? Nice digs. Yeah, this place is all right, man. Do you know what? What I like about it, yeah, it's got a lot of character. So there's like a huge world map, like stenciled in on the wall, a bit unique. I mean, there's probably cum all over the wall as well, but that's not my problem. You know, it's got like little touches. You know, like an old cricket bat, like some this person over the headboard. So I don't know if you can see that here over the headboard. Let me see if I can turn it here. This person has put like beer coasters from every bar they've been to in Manila. I like little touches like that. So yeah, this place has a lot of character. Ladyboy or not Ladyboy will be legendary. It will be legendary when I get fucking stamped out. Because the thing is, yeah, I've got to be like really subtle about it because Filipino people are obviously quite prideful. So we're gonna have to find that. And I'm not doing it to take the piss. It's more just like, you know, seeing if you guys can tell the difference. Because I get a lot of shit being like, oh, it's easy to know. So I want to see if you guys really have the, you know what I'm saying? What's the view like? Manila's a shithole. See, I just say insulted Filipino people again. I don't mean that in like it's a shit country. I mean that like it's a very gritty kind of city. Like if you want to see Filipino like beauty in terms of the country, you need to go to like the provinces and to the islands and stuff like that. Manila's a very typical city in that way. Sorry, guys. Yeah, nice to see you, Colton, you fucking filthy legend. I accidentally clicked a tranny vid on Orange YouTube and thought of you. That's probably going to be my legacy on this platform, let's be honest. Like, I'll disappear one day and somebody will be like, do you remember that guy who was like the tranny fucker on YouTube? The tranny midget fucker on YouTube? Like, in like 3 years from now. Whatever it takes for you to remember me, I'll take it. I pray you don't get bummed, Big Frank. Chris Gray, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. What's the view? But having said that, it's quite nice at night, so it's all right. It's a decent view. I love how you doing, Johan. I love Volk as well, and I hope he retires after this and doesn't speed run CTE like Ferguson. I couldn't take it. I think with Volkanovski, what he'll do is, I know he talks about a lot about how he like relies on fighting and like he'll go crazy when he doesn't have it. I think he's somebody that will be very. He's got his cooking stuff. He's a very good media personality. I think he'll end up being the commentator of some kind. There's probably cum all over the wall, but Frankie didn't shoot it there. He's had some real wild parties. I don't get that kind of launch on my cum. I mean, it's a good 8 feet. My record's 6. Good evening, Frankie. Hope you're doing well out there. Hope you're doing well, Fall. I had you featured in a recent short of mine, and the stupid short, yeah. When it did like when the AI did the subtitles, it had you as Thor. So sorry about that. I was talking about you. Volk might get banged out, but not as bad as I'm gonna bang you out, Frankie. Oh, you bring it on. That's what I hate about Manila. It's humid. I was in Makati a few days ago. Were you now? It is very humid. It's just very hard to like walk around in. Very hard to walk around in. It's not a place that you roam around in during the day. I'll put it that way. How you doing, Princess Nokia? How are you? By the way, speaking of people that go missing, yeah, has anybody heard from Geo lately? I'm starting to get concerned. Thailand or Philippines first time visit vacation? Well, Thai bets. I know you as a person fairly well. Go to Bangkok. Bangkok for me is the most awesome place ever. I'm not really sure on how I feel about the afterlife thing, but I can say this quite honestly. Bangkok could be the version of heaven or hell, depending on how you look at it. If I turned up there in either instance, I'd be pretty fucking happy. I thought Boudet lost was gutted for you. What do you mean? I didn't bet on that fat cunt. I didn't bet on the other fat cunt either. My parlays, I've got to tell you people, you need to look out for what I'm doing this weekend. I went on like a 10-week losing streak. You know how my bets go, my parlay bets. I'm now on a 2-week winning streak, which means I usually go on like a 10-week streak and then I haven't seen the short. Be right back. Yeah, your name gets mentioned in it. You have heard, Frankie. Heard what? I messaged him earlier. He hasn't opened it. Maybe he's just taken a break from social media. Yeah, I'm hoping that's the case because I know he was having some. I know his granddad or something was unwell, so hopefully that's just all it is. Lol, the rails in your background. I thought for a sec Frankie has built a ring for his channel. That would be a sick idea. No, this is basically like a loft apartment. So it's got just like it's one room, one really tall room. Obviously, it's got stairs that go up to the second floor, but it's not like a conventional. They don't really have that around here. But I like space. Lane, how you doing? I also like to have like the kitchen area, and you know, if you go into most hotels, you'll have like the kitchen area there, and then the bed will just be there, and that always unsettles me. So I'd rather have like a separate situation going on if I can. How you doing, Lane? What is good? Give me a minute. I'll find out what Giuliano's up to. I've DM'd him as well. Now the message did deliver, which means that him and his phone are not in the bottom of the ocean. But outside of that, I'm very little. How you doing, Kerry? What's good? Bloody hell, I'm 19 minutes late, bro. It's all right. It's all good. This was kind of like I've been trying to get online all week. It's been so frustrating. Nice to see a good friend of mine there. That's awesome. That's awesome. I hope you had fun in I hope you had fun in Manila or in Makati rather. It's a nice Makati's all right. I'm not in Makati. I'm somewhere else. But it's a nice place. I used to stay there quite a bit. It looks sick. Someone should do that for your channel. Make an octagon in their room. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm planning on like, well, I've got some plans for like stenciling the wall with like different UFC motifs. I've got a big plan for what I'm gonna do because I'm getting tired of like streaming for you guys in front of here now. Makes me realize it's nice to have like a different background because you've been looking at the same tired old background that I've been using for like well nearly a year now, and it'd be nice to change it up every once in a while. Like if you see Jax from Making the Walk, this guy's attention to detail is incredible. Every time he would do a live stream, he would rearrange the things in his room, so that, or he'd go to different locations, so that it kept things interesting. And I need to step up on that as well. You're training for the I am gonna get fucking boned out. My MMA knowledge is not that good. Is not. I'm gonna get fucking destroyed in this quiz tonight, and I don't even give a shit. The funny thing is, yeah, he did like a general knowledge one like a couple of weeks ago, and I was just watching in my bed, just like going through it, and I was like, shit, man, my general knowledge is quite good, like the World War II ones, and obviously about alcohol, because yeah, yeah, of course, we went to Mini Tokyo. It was cool. Yeah, Mini Tokyo. I didn't realize Mini Tokyo existed until this week as well. So that's the coincidences are getting smaller. Were you there at around 2 o'clock in the morning by any chance? A couple of days ago. Just gonna throw that out there. Um, MMA cam. She's getting that triangle hold gently before. I feel like I've missed. The unmade bed is a nice touch. No, it's actually just folded over. Fuck. The quiz is tonight. It is tonight. That's the only reason why, like, I went to extra effort to try and get online tonight because I am going to go on as a panel guest. Um, and it should be fun. I think getting folded up could be a lot of people's kinks. To be honest, I can see how that goes. I'm not very good at making beds. I'm good at unmaking them. You know what I'm saying? I'm good at destroying things, but yeah, I'm not very good at making the bed. I don't know why I try to make that sound like a flex. Me like getting into bed and just like ruining the sheets like that's some kind of God. I'm a retard. Anyway, if Bryce wins this weekend, there is no way I ain't gonna praise the Lord on Easter. I've got to admit, I'm kind of on the side of Bryce Mitchell in this one, and I've been glazing. I've been glazing. Um, I've been glazing Gene Silver for about a year now. He's like my favorite fighter nerd. I think he might come unstuck on this one. Yeah, of course. I think I saw you there. You should have come and got an autograph. I'm not playing this game with you anymore. I really hope Volk wins. My hope, Princess Nokia, is that he loses, but he doesn't get fucking destroyed. That's what I'm. Because the thing is, yeah, I love Volkanovski. Him winning, him winning the what do you call it, the title back. It just delegitimizes the division again. Whereas if Lopez wins, you could say, well, maybe Lopez could be Ilya. Whereas if Volk wins it, it's like he's old. He's already got battered by the guy who gave up the belt. I don't love that. I love Volkanovski, but yeah. I want a ref in there for my date too. Witness in case she claims I raped her or something. How did we get here? How the fuck did we get here? It would be amazing if Bryce took him down, teabagged him, and then just wrapped his ass up. That would be amazing. Him losing back to back to back would be devastating. The thing is, Nokia, I agree with you. Yeah, the problem is, yeah, Volkanovski threw away his potential to be the GOAT when he took that second Islam fight off the couch. That's going to go down as the biggest mistake of his career. I said it at the time, and I said it when he took the fight. I was like, "Fuck no, I don't." Obviously, I was happy that the card got saved, but I'm like, "This is a fucking mistake," and it proved to be exactly that. How you doing, S Dogs? I haven't got any messages from you on WhatsApp, my brother. How are you? Shout out to Sterling and the boys over there, S Dogs MMA Talk. Real talk. Lopez as a champ would defend 5 times a year, 100%. What's baffling me about the featherweight division right now is how that fight that they announced between Pico and Evloev baffles the shit out of me. Aaron Pico is shit. I've watched him in Bellator a bunch of times. He's awful. And he gets to jump straight in there against Evloev. It would be disastrous if he somehow beats him, because I'm actually more on the Evloev train now. I want to see him get a title shot, because he was like pretty boring, but now at least he does things the right way. Yeah, so yeah, knock here. I'm like, I love Volk, but he made some very stupid decisions. We're doing a live in 2 hours for UFC 314. You down, Frankie? Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but I'm already signed up for Bodach's quiz night, and I've been promising him that I'm going to do it for ages, because I wouldn't say I flaked out on him, but because I'm working during the week and I have to go to Betty Buys earlier, I had to tell him I couldn't partake. And everyone knows I've been a big supporter of your channel, but also a really big supporter of Bodach's channel as well. So have a nice one, Francis. See ya. Have a good one, Miss Leo. Talk to you later. Evloev is a juice head. I hate him. I like his Lego man trim, and I actually think he's quite good. I actually think he's a very decent fighter, and he's less exciting. Sorry, he's less boring now. I feel like he goes for things a little bit. Like the fight he had with Aljamain Sterling was sensational. Like, all right, it was a little bit wrestling heavy, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. Quiz night while in the Philippines, yeah, man, because I don't have to wake up in the morning. I can just hang. Whereas if I did quiz night in the UK and I had work the next day, you don't like I said, you guys don't know the stuff I deal with at work. I've got to have my full night's sleep because people be trying to fuck me up all the time at work. So I need to be ready. No worries, bro. How's Asia? This has been the best time I've had in this city. And it's because I haven't been getting blind drunk every day. I was telling the boys earlier. So I'm I'm really happy with the way things went. Really happy. By the way, JPO, you need to remind me to jump on Silk Pajamas. If you guys aren't subscribed to, or if you're not signed up to Silk Pajamas, get your asses down in the description. Best community MMA picks website on the planet. Tapology can suck an actual dickhole. And you know it's amazing because I'm top of the leaderboard. Took advantage of that old Torres Finney loophole there that you laid up for me. Thank you very much, JPL. Frankie, you like dogs. Don't know what you're referring to. You like dags? Do you mean dags? Do I like dags? Sure, I like dags. I'm still salty. What are you salty about? A pick that you made. The pick you did you pick against? Oh, did you pick against what do you call it? Boudet. That was a decent try. I actually thought Boudet lost, but nobody agrees with me. I can't bring myself to like Evloev. Something about him. It must be the nonsense. Now that you've pointed that out, to be honest, Evloev is a child predator. Let's be honest. You know, making comments about how you should get in with somebody when they're 15 and like break them down early is one of the most unobjectively disgusting things that anyone's ever said. Like unapologetically. How's it going, love? Very well, Ryan. It's been a while since I've been called. It's been at least 24 hours since a man's called me love, but why do I say these things? Mosnar's last 4 fights have been entertaining, and he deserves. Yeah, if we're talking about how you doing, Mr. Toad, if you're talking about purely deserving it from an MMA standpoint, Evloev deserves a shot. However, Let's be honest, he's a nonce. He's a nonce. Yeah, he had like a it's a well let's be honest, yeah. It's the fucking it's how they behave. It's how they behave on in the mountain regions. You know, it's find a nice 12-year-old, break her in early, marry her when she's 13. But yeah, that's basically Evloev's viewpoint. I'm 85% sure Chandler's gonna win. No, he's not. No, he's not. Chandler's biggest problem outside of being a cringy little goblin, yeah, is he's incredibly stupid. He's one of the stupidest MMA fighters that there's ever been. The dumbest. But it would be so typical of the little prick. Because he's been fighting up near the top, basically undeserved for the last however long. It would be so typical if he finally gets the level that he should be fighting at and he ruins Paddy's hype train. It would be so typical of the little shit. The sound is a bit echoish. Unfortunately, there's not that much I can do about it because I'm using these cheap ass headphones because I don't have my microphone with me. So actually, do you know what? Yeah, what I could try and do. Let me check this. Hang on. Let me know if this is better. I've got like a microphone on my camera. Let me know if that sounds better. Maybe I've just ruined the entire sound completely. Paddy by sub, in my opinion. Yeah, I reckon he takes him down and chokes his chicken. I mean, his neck. Frankie, what kind of Asians are the most freaky? It's worse. All right, let me change back. Hang on. What kind of Asians are the most freaky? Japanese. And the thing is, yeah, it depends on what kind you're into. The thing that bothers me about Japanese women is when you smash them out, they make it sound like you're killing them. So that's their way of showing that they can. Hopefully the microphone's gone back to normal now. I've gone back to the headphones. Hopefully it's back to normal. Lol, it's worse. Fuck's sake. Hang on a second. Let me check my settings. Paddy and Chandler are the two worst ranked lightweights. Oh, hang on. I mean that goes without saying. It's when the fight was announced, it's like it makes sense. It makes complete sense. Hang on, let me see if I can. Okay, is this better? Hopefully, the fuck it is. All right, it's fine. Good. I think you fried your whole. I don't have an audio cable. I've only got these. I'm talking through. I'm talking through fucking headphones. Hopefully, that'll be a little bit louder now. Sushi always goes hard. I fucking love sushi. The freakiest in public: Thais or whitewash New York Chinese girls. I don't know any. I don't know any whitewash Chinese. Thai women are very aggressive. I'll be honest with you. If you guys saw the live stream the other day, I was literally sat there minding my own business. I had one girl just walk up to me and just say, "I want fun," and then I told her I was on a call with my mom, and she got really embarrassed and like ran away. And then I had another girl um, ask me to sit on her lap. And I mentioned on the live stream it could have been a good mushrooming with confidence episode because she could have been trying to poke me with her whatever was going on under there. We'll never find out. But this is what I'm saying. Paddy's the most overrated fighter ever. How is he favourite after losing to Gordon, gassing against the Wash Ferguson, and beating a Wash Bobby, which is probably not going to get a win for the rest of his life? It's because it's Chandler, bro. Chandler is 2-6 in the UFC, or 2-5. Chandler should not be getting these opportunities. The reason why this is the way it is, right, is because as wild as Paddy is, he's undefeated in the UFC. He's younger, he's bigger, he's stronger, and well, maybe not stronger, but he's bigger. And Michael Chandler's really dumb. And Michael Chandler looked really, really, really awful in his last fight. Charles Oliveira pretty much beat the shit out of him. He abused him in there. Two types of girls, period. They either want to fuck or they don't. No, no, no. There's all the same type of girl. There's only one type of girl. They all want to fuck. The only difference is that they want to fuck you or not. And that's the difference, bro. Only difference. Frankie, you fancy ladyboys? Nah, it's just a long running joke. It's just a long running joke. I'm purely a vagina enthusiast. Purely. And to be fair, yeah, Manila isn't as rife with like ladyboys as Bangkok is. In Bangkok, they're fucking everywhere. But they're very hard to spot. Guys, I'm telling y'all, Chandler's gonna win. Paddy's strike and defense is probably worse than Ortega. The thing that worries me in Paddy's case, yeah, and the reason why I think you might end up being correct is because it's 5 rounds. And Paddy has a very bad tendency to gas. Paddy has been in 5 rounders, but he always gasses. Is Chandler black, chat? I can't tell. Oh, he's definitely not black. He's too white. Chandler takes being white to an embarrassing new high level. He's the whitest of white cunts I've ever seen. It's literally called Bangkok. Of course, it's got the trannies. Yeah, it's bang your. Oh, I see what you mean. Bangkok's just amazing, though. I see what Thai women can be very, very aggressive, but they're very friendly, and they'll chat with you. They won't try to take the piss. Whereas I told you the kind of things that happen around here. What I was thinking of doing, yeah. Tell me if you guys like this game, yeah. I was thinking, yeah, of going to a bar, yeah, just sitting there, and then letting whoever comes up to me, and then we have to basically do an overall under on how hard the bar tab goes without me giving anyone permission to buy anything. Like we'll do a list of things that come to the table without me saying anything, just again to prove my point. He isn't black. Okay. What's black about Michael Chandler? And don't say he's got black kids. I don't know. I don't want to get into that whole thing. That whole thing is very shit. Paddy doesn't gas. He fucking does. He fucking does. He always starts fading in the 3rd round. Always. So I don't know how he's gonna do in 5. When he was in Cage Warriors, he was a little bit better with the gas tank, but I think Paddy Pimlet's gonna beat him, and he's gonna take a rocket to the moon. Because for some reason, people seem to think that a win over Chandler still matters when he's been pretty much humped out by everyone. Scousers don't gas yet. Paddy didn't blow up since his last fight. He's been healthy. That's true. I mean, blow up in terms of like his popularity. I think he dusts Michael Chandler within the first 2 rounds, and then he probably elevates himself one fight off a title shot, or maybe even gets a title shot of it off it. Because again, for some reason, people seem to hold a fucking Michael Chandler win, who's ranked 7th and he's 200. I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it. I think Paddy chokes him out as well. What we learned in that Charles Oliveira fight is that Michael Chandler doesn't have the speed or the pop anymore. Do smash the like button. I'd very much appreciate it. I'd like to remind everyone as well that at some point we are going to go over to Bodach's live stream. I'm going to basically wait for him to come on, and then I'm going to dive over there. I'm not sure when exactly he's planning on going on. He told me 10 o'clock. But listen, what you guys are saying though. People can talk about Paddy's wins all they want here. He's looked improved in every single one. The Paddy that smashed Bobby Green would have done nasty things to Jared Gordon, and I think if they fought again, I think Paddy would wipe him out in a round. Only chances if Chandler sparks him out. I could see Chandler going 5, and potentially it depends. I think Paddy's going to win. Here's the thing. Here's the reason why I'm worried for Paddy. Yeah, if Chandler manages to win the 1st round and then Paddy doesn't get him done in the 2nd, I could see Chandler just, chadding his way to the end of. Paddy W. I'm with the Paddy W as well. It's not one that I'm not betting on it though. I'm not taking Paddy on the under. Frankie, this is Idaho Statesman. Hank and started a new channel. I'm gonna give that a few weeks there before I have. I'm gonna say what I'm joking. I love Hank. And I know you haven't ditched him really, but congratulations on the new channel. I hope it does really, really well. I believe I'm subscribed to you already, but if you're not subscribed to the Idaho Statesman, please do so immediately. I hope you guys are right. Even though I love Paddy, I have 100 on Chandler. In terms of the betting odds, and I know that Gilly will always tell us to never bet on the odds. I think in a fight like that, that is potentially could go either way. You always take the underdog. But Paddy is younger. Paddy is smarter. I think he could do. I think he could do all right. I think he's gonna win. What's your main card picks? All right, so I might as well stick it on myself right now. Let me pull it. I'll quickly shoot through. Let me get the chat up here. I'll quickly shoot through who I think is going to win from beginning to end. All right, so I'm going with Nora Cano, Marco Tullio, Suma Derji versus Raposo. I'm going to go with Suma Derji. I'm going Oleg Zaychuk. I'm going Julian Arosa, Chase Hooper, Yan Xiaonan. I'm surprised a lot of people didn't pick Yan Xiaonan. The Dan Ige and Sean Woodson one's an interesting one. A lot of people are going with Sean Woodson, and I can see why they are. These guy's a freak. I don't know about that one. I'm kind of leaning Woodson, but to me, that's one of the harder ones. Then main cards, I've got Krylov, I've got Bryce Mitchell, I've got Yair. I've got Yair, Pitbull's washed. Then I've got Paddy and Diego Lopez. Give me all the shit you can bring. Go wild at me to your heart's content. Say what you're gonna say. I can take it. Chandler is about to be 39. Paddy's 30. That's exactly what I'm saying. Paddy's way younger, and I cannot keep stating this here. Michael Chandler is very fucking stupid. Let me guess. Paddy, Lopez, Pitbull. Nah, I'm not. I'm not going Pitbull. Pitbull, like 5 years ago, would have had a great chance in the UFC. He's cooked now. He's been getting banged out like a lot. How you doing, Combat Casual? I believe Combat Casual has a channel as well. Shout out to that guy. Y'all hear Yair call Lopez a fake Mexican. I made this mistake with Lopez as well. Lopez is Brazilian, isn't he? But he was born in Mexico, he was raised in Mexico or some shit like that. It's confusing. I remember I got called out by somebody about that. Like I was adamant. I think it might have been JVD. I was like, by the way, shout out to JVD Media. I was adamant, yeah, that he was one or the other. I think I was saying he was Mexican, and apparently not. He's not. Paddy finished King Green quicker than Islam, and that fight was what got Islam his title shot. Never forget. I mean, I don't even want to talk about Islam's career. Islam's career is the most padded. Um, he's basically Khabib 2.0. I have Sean Woodson by decision minus 120. Is that all you got? Minus 120. I thought it would have been higher than that because I think Woodson's just a mind. Oh, I guess he's not. I guess he's quite a big. That's not a bad. That's not a bad shout. If you got slightly favorited odds at that, that's okay. I never like prop betting unless it's it going the distance. Sean Woodson belongs in Silent Hill. That is a great shout. Mike Wazowski has a good 2 foot height advantage over Ige. I know. I like Ige though. Ige's tough as shit. And the thing is, Ige does have that bang power. I'm leaning Xiaonan as well. I think we'll see a performance similar to Yan Xiaonan has leveled up enormously. And I do think that Verna Jandaroba is very good. I like her wrestling. But she's sloppy in the striking. And I actually think that Yan Xiaonan's got very good takedown defense. You know, she obviously trains with Uriah Faber a lot. She's over with them boys. No, it's just water. I think it's the light on the. It's just water. It's just water. Yeah, I'm staying away from the Ige Woodson one as well. So I've put like a very simple parlay on. I've only got a 3-legger at the moment, but I'm thinking that I might do one more before the card starts because I've made a decent amount of money in the last 2 weeks, so I'm kind of betting with house money at this point. You're picking Bryce. Yes, I am. And I love Gene Silver. I love Gene Silver. I reckon he's going to get take. Did you see them standing? Did you see them standing face to face? Bryce looked fucking massive next to him. I think he's going to take him down and molest him on the ground. That's what I think is going to happen. Now there is obviously the chance that Gene Silver could bang him out in the first round. Gene Silver doesn't really do that though. He kind of takes more of a patient approach, and then he tries to pick away and then talk to you and then make you think you're comfortable. I don't think Bryce is going to play that game. And then I reckon he takes him down. Bryce Mitchell's a very, very good wrestler, and when he takes you down, you're fucked. Because he can wet blanket and transition really well, get the back. I think he submits him or just strangles him out. It's combat casual. That's what I'm saying. He's got that farm strength as well. Don't underestimate farm boys. I've got a farm boy in my university at the moment, and he beats up dudes twice his size. He's a menace. Pitbull got banged out in Ryzen. I don't even know who the fuck that guy was. I heard that he'd lost at the time. But yeah, he got fucking flatlined. Pitbull's a very good fighter, very, very tough, but he's an old cunt now. He's an old cunt. Pitbull's one of those people that, despite being in Bellator for most of his career, he actually has some really good wins on his CV. He's fought some very good people. So Arkansas strength, exactly. That redneck strength, that redneck farmer strength. This is the link for Combat Casual. Thank you very much, Crystal Miller. Princess Nokia, true, there are many different styles, but if you're not looking at the price, then how do you spot value? Baffling to me. I think you have to do that. I think you have to play the odds as well. I like Ige decision at plus 350. That's very nice. Ige could very easily get to that. Sean Woodson is not a world beater. He's lost to some very shitty fighters as well. Julian Arosa being one of them. Pitbull KO Chandler. I mean, yeah, Lopez is Brazilian. How you doing, Armsby? Armsby. How you doing, lad? I don't think I got to talk to you after that Carling Cup win. You know, League Cup win, whatever. We did it, bro. We fucking did it. Anyway, Paddy buys sub and club. Meatball Molly makes him a foot long to take in the cage and club Chandler with. She can use her own foot long. Molly McCann has a bigger dick than anyone in here. I'm convinced. Well, I'm way behind. Sorry, guys. I think Jandaroba loses to Yan. Jandaroba ain't no Willie Zhang. Exactly. I've got Yan Zhou in my parlay because it's just something that I couldn't turn down. I couldn't. Her being the favorite, and I think she's leveled up enormously, and she's going to be way bigger than Jandaroba as well. She's a big, and those Chinese people, they go in. So you think Bryce gets a submission? I do. I think he either submits him or straight up just strangles him to death. And again, I could be wrong. I'm a fan of both guys. And when the fight was first announced, I was thinking, I reckon Bryce Mitchell just gets, because obviously we've seen Bryce Mitchell get flatlined. But Bryce Mitchell is very good. There was a time when I thought Bryce Mitchell could make a run towards the belt. He was really good. Had some really good wins. But yeah, if I'm going to be picking Bryce, or I could see Bryce taking it to a decision where he has control time for the majority of the fight, and he's got his back and he's hitting him. I'm a farm boy and a gym rat. Fucking hell, that scares me now. You've been talking about going after my butthole for about 6 months. I need to get back in the gym then. Start roiding up. Does Bryce even have trainers, or does he train alone in his farm? I reckon he's just fucking working on the farm, mate. Choking out animals. How you doing, Grimy? What's good, my man? Bryce's main sparring partner is a milk cow. What chance do you think Arsenal have versus PSG? I'm starting to get very worried that they might win the whole thing. You don't understand, Jay. Like, all my friends are Arsenal fans, and they're such insufferable, stupid cunts. Like, I got into a massive argument with one of my closest friends on a WhatsApp group the other day, and it got nasty. Like, genuinely, I fucking hate Arsenal fans, and I hate that whole club. So fuck them. But long story, PSG should beat them, but PSG still have that imposter syndrome. That's the problem. They whenever they get to the point where they should do something or you expect it from them, that's when they fall apart. Oh, Jake Shields was amazing back in the day, and he's been rocked a few times in previous fights. It's true. I mean, Bryce is fairly tough. But Gene Silver doesn't just one. Well, he doesn't just bang people out like that. He leads himself into the fight, and that's where I think he might come unstuck because his takedown defense is not up to scratch. Frankie's about to get ridden by a cowboy. I thought we were friends. It's Gooner's time, mate. I really hope not. I fucking hate them so much. The "Are you Tottenham in disguise" chance was funny though. PSG's front three and their backs are insanely good. They've been the best team in Europe since January. However, in my opinion, defense wins things. So I think the Inter Milan are going to win the whole thing. I think it will be a potentially an Arsenal Inter final, and I think Inter will beat them because Inter's defense is just too good. Don't forget, boys, Bryce has choked out a deer before. Exactly, the fictional tale of choking out a deer. How you doing, Dougie's corner? Fucking love you, bro. Hey, skate or casual? I used to be an Arsenal fan. That's disgusting. I fucking hate Arsenal. I genuinely hate them. Their fans are like mass delusional on a scale that it needs to be studied. Genuinely, they are so dumb and they're such bitches. Like they complain about everything. Whenever they lose, there's always a reason. It was the referee. It was the like they didn't buy the right players. They're always moaning. They can never just accept of they've lost, and they seem to think they're some kind of fucking gargantuan club. Like they can just come along and take all your players if they feel like it. You can't do anything about it. I fucking hate them. If Arsenal had full strength defense, I think they could do it. Paperboy, yeah. I'm not even ruling out that they could get turned over in Madrid. If Madrid score early, it's going to be squeaky bum time, mate. Let's say Madrid. Let's put it this way, right? If Madrid score a goal in the first 30 minutes, right, and then they score a second goal by 60 minutes, I could see Arsenal crumbling, and it would be really funny. Because obviously, going to Real Madrid Stadium is combat casual. Has never watched soccer. I wish I could say the same thing. Unfortunately, yeah, I played it as a kid, and it's amazing to play. Soccer or football, whatever you call it. I'm gonna be real. 95% of it is fucking boring. It's an annoying shit sport to watch. A lot of it is boring. I'm just gonna be real. But the thing is, yeah, when soccer or football, whatever you want to call it, is good, it's fucking amazing. When you get two good teams, it's the best sport on earth. But to be honest, that 95% of it is dog shit crap. Hope you're enjoying the break from the hellhole your job is, bro. I love my job. I love my job. It's stressful as fuck, but I love it. I love it. I'm with you as well, Granny. When soccer's bad, it's really bad. It can be really boring, especially with the likes of like Man City. You can literally watch a game and just watch a team passing it around like for 60, 70 minutes waiting for it. It's so awful. Arsenal are a top two London club, though. That will always be a big draw for any footballer, and they pay a lot of wages as well. What's your job, if you don't mind me asking? I am a professor of English literature. So don't let all this ladyboy talk and get like fingering bum holes and like all the rest of it fool you. I'm actually a professional. Again, combat. We are friends. Yeah, let's all be women's I do love women's beach volleyball. Like a lot of women's sports need to take a page out of women's beach volleyball. because those outfits are fucking sensational. I think women should just embrace it. I think in the WNBA, for example, I saw that Angel Reese cunt going off again about how they should get more money when she is literally fucking shit. Professor Frankie, indeed. It does. Think about that for a second, Combat Casual, and then really let it sink in and think about how terrifying that is. Oh shit, I graduated BA in English literature. Nice. As did I. That's basically what I teach. I feel bad for my professors, I'm not gonna lie. So basically I'm in a I used to work in like various different I worked at various different universities. I've worked high school, I've worked all kind of like so I've gone up every level. The place that I'm at now is basically like a it's like a off the grid university for like young adults who, let's say, have very challenging backgrounds and they've basically been funded, that they've been given government funding to better their lives. But every day there is fucking mad. People turning up drunk, bringing in drugs, throwing shit at each other. I was telling the chat the other day. One of my colleagues was breaking up a fight and got the door slammed. Her finger came clean off. It was actually this finger, clean off, fucking flying through the air like a fucking cartoon. Haven't seen her again since. So shit like that just goes down where I work. Sorry, I've got into a little bit of a. One time in 8th grade, my teacher tried to bang me. We're gonna need more we're gonna need more context to that. So obviously you're a man and lady, I hope, right? Not that that makes it any better. I'm just saying. So Frankie, you kind of work at a London school, like in the movie To Sir with Love. It's a very unique environment. I'll put it that way. I was only supposed to be doing cover. I was only supposed to be doing cover, and I've ended up getting just roped into it. The thing is, yeah, my life. I wouldn't say that my life's in danger, but well, I'm going to touch wood on that. But there's a possibility that some of these young adults bring knives in and all that kind of stuff. And 3rd grade. I don't know why my voice went so high pitched there. Sorry about that. No, the thing is, yeah, being a professor in like a regular university for me is what it like. It's less dangerous. Well, it's not dangerous at all. But the work being involved in like being a professor in a mainstream university is such hard work because you don't really teach that many lectures. You do about 8 hours a week, but you've got so much reading to do. You've got so many meetings to have. Like because a lot of it is centered around obviously you've those of you who've been to university will understand this. They get like assignments every term or whatever based on whatever units they're doing, but they all do different subjects. So you basically have to be knowledgeable on everything that they're doing. So if you get a student that brings you a new topic that they want to study, you then have to read around that subject as well so that you can best direct them. And that's when it starts to get fucking out of control. Because you want to be able to be in a position that when people come to you, you can say, oh, I suggest this reading or this reading, and so on. 3rd grade, fucking hell. If she was a female, that makes it so much better though. The thing is, yeah, I've had like what do you call it? Sorry, that stupid tattoo comments just throw me off that's thrown me off kilter. I've had conversations about this, about how older women grooming younger men, and how it doesn't seem as bad. It still is disgusting though. Do all professors get stupid tattoos like that? Mate, my tattoos are fucking amazing. Have some respect, yeah. Have some respect, son. You see there? I used to live there. This tattoo is goated, my friend. My son on a wolf. Fuck you, dog. Thor soccer is shit, lad. Yeah, fair enough. Watch NBA. NBA shit now as well. I am a Warriors fan though, so I do keep up with it. Messi helped secure a semi-final spot in Concave last night. Let's fucking go. Messi's kind of. Oh, I'm kind of over the whole Messi thing now. But fuck you, Ryan. Like I was in the middle of a thought, and then I saw Ryan's comment about my tattoos, and I was like, my brain literally turned to shit. I watched a video of a bunch of English guys chasing this dude in a cab trying to stab him. Oh yeah, because that's the thing, yeah. Like we don't have guns where we can, you know what I'm saying? So we get very, you know, stabby, to say the least. Um, so yeah, wild shit like that happens all the time. There's stabbing deaths all the time, and for me, I'd rather get shot than get stabbed. Real talk. Like I was poked with a knife once. It ain't fun. NBA is literal arse. Yeah, it's basically turned into like a fucking 3-point shooting contest now. But I didn't really like it when it was a slam. Like they're going on like the NBA was better when it was just people running into the lane, barging their way through, and just jamming it in someone's face. That to me got really boring as well. I think the 3-point shooting and the spacing of the game has made it much more technical and skilled. But and you still get excitement. It's like what Paradox is saying. I saw over the week there were loads of games that. The thing is, yeah, games can be very close in the NBA, and the one thing I like about the NBA, not so much from a betting perspective, because this can be really annoying, but your team can be losing by like 25 points, and you think, "Fuck, this is over," and then suddenly they just go on a run and win the game. So it can be very exciting. It never really, really feels like it's over in most situations, anyway. I'm only joking. I'm joking too, bro. I'm not hurt at all. I mean, they're only permanent, cunt. No, I actually just watched stop motion Lego animations. It's still better than soccer. I mean, it can't. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like I said, I grew up playing soccer, and 95% of it to watch is real boring. I want to make fun of your tattoos, but mine are indefinitely worse. Oh, infinitely worse. Um, I quite dig women in tattoos. I'm gonna be honest. I quite like it, but it depends on what. If they're like prison tattoos, I'll be like, you know what you think to yourself, that's hot, but then you're like, stay away. It's like a big red flag. You're saying basketball in general. Basketball is a fun sport. I do enjoy it, and I don't hate where it's gone. Nuggets versus the Timberwolves. Is that the one that went into double overtime? Fuck it, we watching ping pong now. I can't watch anything that's fast paced. I'm fucking old, man. It's like ice hockey. Maybe I need glasses or some shit, but I can never see what's going on. Like I just see people running up and down, and then they start beating the shit out of each other, which is amazing. Women with tats are usually freaking the sack. That's not the problem though, Grimy. The problem is when you tell the bitch, I've got work now, and then she tries to knife you in the eyeball. That's the problem. All my tattoos are stick and poke and small. I have the inside of my lip tatted. It isn't like a smiley face, is it? Paradox to Profit. What are your infallible picks for 314? It's a good question. I'm interested to know. But I mean, Paradox usually does have very solid picks. Very much so. Fall. Mitchell. You're going for Mitchell as well. I've got Mitchell. Mitchell. I have sleeves. Tattoos hurt. Grimy, I'm going to be real with you. It's these bits here, like your elbow, like the inside part there. I remember this being fucking awful. Um, there's you're okay if you're like fleshy. You got a little bit of but if it's anywhere near the bone or on like inside bits where like joints are, this one was awful. All this part here weren't the one. Pitbull, Paddy, Volk, but he could like just die in it. I think Volkanovski is going to get flatline KO'd, and I think it's going to be his last. Nah, it's bite me. Damn. I see you, Princess Nokia. You've had how many people are in here? 27. You've had 26 people subscribe to you and DM you immediately after that comment. I suppose because it's where because it's like obviously the flesh is different, right? I know I'm not getting technical. I know I'm not sounding very scientifically technical right now, but you know what I mean. Hello, long time no see. How you doing, Cold Art? I'm pretty sure you were here last week. You did miss my goated live stream though. The last one I did, it was sensational. For some reason, yeah, tonight has felt very long. It feels like I just realized why. I just realized why. It's 4:30 in the morning, and we still have the quiz to do. So I'm going to be puffing on steam soon, and apparently the quiz has been pushed back as well. I tried to subscribe to Princess Anoka. I knew you'd be up there as well, Combat. He's like, bite me. Everyone's like scrambling to fucking Princess Nokia. If Princess Nokia has some socials, I suggest you change them immediately. You're about to get stalked. Combat casual, I don't post. Holy crap, Frankie, get some sleep, bro. I can't today. Like I said, I made a promise to our boy Bodach that I was going to grace him with my presence on the panel tonight, and I will do just that. If Volk wins, I hope it's by sub. His training with Craig Jones has to pay off sometime. I guess Craig is a reason why his defense is so good. I think Volk is going to do the same thing that he's done in his last two. I think he's going to be doing well in the first round. He's going to be getting in and out. He's going to be touching him up a little bit, and then Lopez is just going to fucking land on him. And when Lopez lands on you, he like he's calculated with it. He doesn't just ruthlessly come blazing in. He'll smash you and then pick you apart and finish you off on the ground. And he's a very strong dude. He's gonna look like a gargantuan motherfucker in there. Volkanovski is one of the greatest fighters of all time, IQ wise. He's old. He is old. Can you drop your channel so I can sub dots? Can one of the mods please put? In fact, Paradox, can you put your own fucking channel in the chat? You need to get Docs back in the game. Docs is honestly, bro. I keep saying this every time I see you here. Yeah, we need to get your ass back on YouTube, mate. You were so entertaining when you were in your pomp. Lopez will tie around three. Volk will stay. It's not going to get to round three. I know we're all looking at the Dan Ige performance. However, I don't think it's going to get there. I really don't. Thanks, Paradox. So if you guys could subscribe to Paradox the Chad, I'd really appreciate it. I'm sure sooner or later he's going to be back fully onto things, which I'm very much looking forward to. He's 36, not really old for a freak athlete. I get that, but like he's little when 36. This is the issue. This is the issue. And he's been banged out twice in a row, and he's going in there with somebody that has insane power and is very well rounded. Like Lopez, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm giving Lopez a pass for the Ige one because it wasn't cutting weight; it was adjusting to weight twice, and then it was a sudden change of opponent. Like that would throw anyone off. He was probably thinking, "I'm fighting. No, I'm not fighting. Oh, now I've got to make this weight. Oh no, I'm not fighting again. Oh, now I've got to make this weight, and now it's this guy." He gets a pass for that performance because he's pretty much just. And to be fair to Dan Ige doesn't get starched by anyone. Dan Ige loses, but he doesn't get battered. And the B, I love you, bro. Volk looks old to me. Yeah, he looks like a librarian. He looks like a librarian's assistant. That's how Volkanovski looks to me. Volk is more likely to start fighting Herb Dean in a tribute to Hitler than to beat Lopez by sub. God damn. God damn. And Andy B, are you making a comeback, sir? Are you back on YouTube, or are you just passing by to show love to your boy over here? I'm not saying Lopez can't crack him, but Volk has every bruv. The thing is, that hustle. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. If this was Volk from a year and a half ago, Lopez would just be another contender to him. I genuinely believe Volkanovski is one of the most intelligent fighters of all time. I love his IQ. I love his skill set, but like I think he's old, and I think he's slowed down, and I think his chin is kind of gone. And I think he leaves little mistakes that can just be exploited, like leaving your chin too high. I think he's going to get banged out. So I think Lopez is going to win, and I think it's going to be brutal. And then Lopez is going to become the new face of the UFC with that belt around his waist. And like I said, I said this earlier on at the beginning of the stream. I think it's best for the featherweight division if Lopez gets the belt. Because again, if Volkanovski gets it, it won't feel like he's the real champion. Whereas if Lopez gets it, you can make a case and say maybe he could be Ilya, especially if he starches out Volkanovski in the same way. You've got a comparable thing there. Crazy how a year and a half can change things in the sport. It's a brutal sport, mate. But that's why it's so amazing to watch. Like the way people crash and burn in this sport is fucking terrifying. It's terrifying. You can go from being on the highest of highs, and then before you know it, you're out. Lightweight division is so stacked right now. Um, I would say the most stacked division is. I think welterweight's gotten really good. I think the contenders outside the welterweight division are really good. Welterweight's got a pretty good top 15. I like middleweight these days. I think it's improved. I think I think featherweight is still pretty decent. Bantamweight's one of the best divisions out there. Lightweight's always had a problem for me. Lightweight's always been a little top heavy and this is why I'm so resentful of people like Gaethje and Poirier, who are constantly gatekeeping those. Michael Chandler's another one. People who are like gatekeeping those spots and then stopping new talent from coming through because they're fighting each other or getting repeated title shots. So it's awful. Fun fact: no UFC fighter under 170 has won a belt after 35. I mean, if anyone could do it, someone's gonna break it eventually. Someone will. And why can't it be Volkanovski? I don't think he's gonna do it. I don't. I'd be very happy for Volk. I love him. I think he's an amazing human as well as an amazing fighter. I think it's better for I just hope if he loses, he doesn't get his brain scrambled because fucking Lopez hurts people. Ian Gary versus Prates prediction. Now this is gonna surprise you. I'm picking Ian Gary. I'm picking Ian Gary. I think Prates is good. He's going to be very dangerous in that first round. But Ian Gary's not stupid as well. You know, I think he'll. Again, it kind of depends. Yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's going to be a main event, right? So it's going to be 5 rounds. I'm assuming. I think Gary beats him later on in the fight. I think that's where it's going. I think Gary will beat him. I think Prates will be very dangerous in that first round, and he might even catch him. It is a bit of a 50-50, but I'm amazed at how many people are going with Prates. Ian Gary's very, very good. Get the tissues ready, Nokia. Yeah, I'd be sad if he gets KO'd, but it wouldn't have the same shock factor as it has to me before, because seeing him get flatlined by Islam was genuinely upsetting. I can see Gary winning in a very homosexual way. I see everything in a homosexual way. Bryce by anything he wants. I'm fully behind Bryce Mitchell. I fully am. Frankie, why Krylov? Long layoff after injury, 2 years, no cage time. Krylov is highly skilled. Krylov is a very good technical fighter that can do everything. Dominic Reyes, I know that he appears to be back, but the two people he's beat on his comeback have been dog shit. He got knocked out by Ryan Spann. Krylov is aggressive. He's well rounded. I think the layoff might do him time. And bear in mind, remember, he was in the Ukrainian military during that time. So it's not like he was sitting around on his ass. He was in real genuine danger, training, probably doing drills every day. I think the time off would do him well. I think Krylov's going to destroy him. Krylov is one of those guys that he left the sport at a or he took a hiatus at a very inopportune time. Because he was one or two wins away from getting towards the title. And I think he's going to get there. I love Krylov. I think he's very highly talented. The under 1.5 for Krylov Reyes is around plus 100. I can see it going above that. I think Krylov's going to beat him, but I think it will be breaking him down and possibly getting a sub at the end of the second or in the third. I think the first round they're both going to have their moments because they're both going to be wary of each other. But Krylov puts himself out there. That's the thing. The reason why I love Krylov, he doesn't fight like a pussy. He goes for things. Frankie, I've got Krylov for the same reasons, and I never pick fighters after a layoff. This is the thing. It's like the circumstance that layoffs happen. They do, and sometimes they're obviously to the detriment of different fighters. But in Krylov's case, I feel like this is going to do him the world of good. I genuinely do. He's still relatively young for his age. Sorry, for his division. I think he's young for his age. Fuck you know. He's young for his division. I think he's going to do really well out there. That's what I'm expecting. I think it'd be a good story as well. And again, he's fought the best of the best as well. Thoughts on Marab versus Sean? I despise it. I despise it because it's ruined. It's put two divisions on hold. Sean O'Malley should not be get. This is what pisses me off about it. Yeah, Marab dog walks him, which let's be honest, he did. I had Marab winning 4 rounds to 1, and then he then goes and beats Umar, who's probably one of the most dangerous guys in the entire division, and then he gets rewarded with fighting Sean again, who was fucking sat there and done nothing. Just because they think he's some kind of star. It pisses me off. They should have done Marab versus Pantoja. Then we could have got Manel Cap versus Kai Kara France. None of this was hard. You do Manel versus Kai Kara France for the well, not the interim, but next in line. And then you do Marab versus Pantoja, who both deserve it. I know Marab's only had one title defense, but he mowed his way through the entire division. Most of what Marab's going to be looking at now are rematches. So I fucking hate the match. And I don't see it going. Could Sean O'Malley win? 100%. He could. But I'm fully behind Marab. I hope Marab beats him even worse this time. Marab is one of my favorite fighters now. I fucking love Marab. Sugar Show 2.0. Let's fucking go. Frankie, you're very young for your age. I know it was a retarded thing to say. I'm sorry. I agree with you, Princess Nokia. I should stop putting these fucking things up. I'm so lazy. Marab took him for a fat walk around the park and will do the same again. Marab to me is sensational. He's sensational, and he's done it the hard way. I'm a huge Marab fan. And the Marab thing turned for me because he was going into the fight. One of my first videos that did really well on YouTube was me basically crashing out live when I got really drunk and Marab beat Piotr Jan, and I crashed out so hard that night. I was so angry about it, especially because of the way that he won. It was so fucking dull. But when I think about the whole build up to that fight and Jan being really nasty to Marab and all that kind of stuff, it made me kind of side with Marab a little bit more. And now I'm like, I don't know, I'm just a big fan of his. And now he's winning in entertaining wise, just absolutely breaking people's souls. And I love it. The matchmaking has been fucked lately. I remember the UFC used to make the biggest fights possible, but now it just seems like they're very much out of touch with their fan base. I think part of it. I think part of it is they're fucking around with ESPN a little bit because I think they're planning on bailing. I think they're saving all their matchups. I think that might have something to do with it. The fact that the streaming deal's coming to an end soon. I can't. I'm a Marab super fan. Sorry, hang on a second. I'm a Marab super fan who is singing his praises from the start. Me, bitch, is picking Sean O'Malley. Um, you were one of the early Marab guys. I think we've argued about it in the past. I can't wait for this press conference. I'm doing the Paddy dance right now. So which press conference is it for? I assume it's for one of the later cards, yeah? Do a poll for something. I actually can't access YouTube at the moment. Tapuria destroys Paddy. Absolutely. I mean, everyone loves Yan, but Maraba's won a lot of people over. Jan is a bit of a cunt as well. He's not a nice person. He's like a good, he's like a good family man or whatever, but he's a bit of a cunt. He is. Imagine if Ilya randomly jumps in and knocks out Paddy and Charlo at the same time. I think Ilya and Paddy are actually on good terms now. Truth Seeker. I think they've actually squashed the beef, which is very unfortunate because that beef was funny. Ian Gary will win as well. I agree with you, Andy B. I think Ian Gary's going to get it done. I think things are going to go pear shaped for the fighting nerds this year. I'm making an early bet, yeah, that all of them are going to lose at some point this year, and I think it's going to start with Bryce Mitchell on Saturday night. Islam's son is fighting on the main card. Are you talking about Volk? You scumbag. Yan is the evil villain that we need. I wouldn't go as far as to say he's an evil villain. He's just a bit of an asshole. He's a bit of an asshat. But again, the reason why I love Jan, I've always loved Jan. His fight style. His fight style is sensational. Like it's so technical. Like and he's vicious with it. Forward pressing. It's what you want in a fight. Like when a fighter like that is on top of the division and doing well, you know it's going to be an exciting title fight every time. And that's what I miss about Jan and having him up there because he brings it. They didn't really squash it. They were just being professional cornermen. I mean, that might be the case, but they've kind of thrown cold water on whatever the flames of beef could have been. Certainly for now. I hope Gio gets better and enjoys the Saturday. Has it been confirmed that Gio is actually sick? Has that been confirmed? If anyone can reach out to him, say give him a shout. Frankie, press conference in 9 minutes. Get it up on screen and let's watch together. That is it's a surefire way of getting your stream taken down. And if I do that now, I'm going to miss out on sending people to the Bodach show, which we're going to be moving over. I don't fuck around with the UFC. Is it a UFC press conference? Yeah. Frankie, your room looks sick. This is just it's like a rented apartment. So it's like a loft. It's pretty sweet here, man. I love Ilya for the same reason his fights are always exciting because he makes them exciting. And he's a great personality as well. We haven't seen the best of Ilya yet. Damn, Gio's sick. I thought he wasn't replying because he's scared of my aura. Yeah, I've been sending messages to him this week as well. This is what I love about the community, though. Like, you get half the people being like, joking about Gilly being dead, but most people are obviously on the side of like, concern, hoping he's all right, and that's the good thing about what we've built around here, all of us. Yan is great. Paddy is the greatest. I love that, Andy B. I tried to do a live reaction to a UFC presser, and the stream got nuked instantly. This is the problem with what they do. This is the problem with it. No, Paradox. The thing is here, it's the inconsistency of it. You wouldn't know what they're going to do. You wouldn't know what they're going to do. I mean, it wouldn't be like a copyright strike or whatever. I mean, I don't know what they do. But with the UFC, you can never tell. Sometimes they're on the ball with that shit, and sometimes they're not. So I'm very wary of doing anything like that. It was like when I didn't tell you guys this as well. When I was out doing the live stream, obviously some music was coming on in the background. I had like 9 or 10 copyright strikes in one thing. I'll stream the card if Geo isn't live. You mean the press conference or the actual card? Paradox. I'm probably gonna do a watch along for the first time in a long time this weekend. Because I figure what I'll do is I'll go out to a bar, find a sports bar, and we can just play a few games simultaneously. How much will my bar bill be at the end of the night? How many men slash women will come and try to get me to sit on their laps by the end of the night? Stuff like that. It wasn't a strike, just got the video taken down. That's the thing. So that, I mean, it's not really a big deal at the end of the day. The card down. I mean, if you're up for it, you're more than welcome to jump on mine. We can do the whole like simultaneous stream thing. So I can send you like a link, and you can link it to your channel as well. And then if any one of us feels at any point that we need to jump off, the other person can just carry it. Give me a shout anyway and let me know. Are you in Thailand? How's the brothels? I'm in Manila, and I say a lot of things about Asia. I like to poke fun. Don't visit a brothel. Don't visit a brothel ever. Be a man, go to a bar and find a hooker there. Don't go to brothels. Brothels are straight up disgusting. John Jones is the pound for pound number one of all time. Ugh. I'll join your watch along. The thing is that if there could be a distinct chance that I might flake out and not do it because I haven't checked, but I think the card starts at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna have to find a sports bar that's open 24 hours. W Asia, I know you had fun already. You missed the live stream we did in the bar the other day. It was so fun. Brothels are so dystopian. I've never understood them, Princess Nokia. Yet. I'm not the most. Manila's a color, sir. Um, I don't know why I let that distract me. Sorry. Um, yeah, I've never understood like people. It's like we talked about strip clubs in the past as well. I don't understand how men go to strip clubs and then just let some random big titty skank like grind up on their junk, and then you get no satisfaction out of it. You give her your life savings, and then you just leave with a raging boner. I've never understood that. But brothels to me are disgusting in the opposite way. It must be so awkward. I understand, right? Go into a bar and you see a really nice lady there who's really hot, and she siphons up to you and she goes, how much for the evening or whatever. And like that's disgusting to me as well. But I can kind of understand it. You come to an arrangement, you take her back to your hotel room, whatever, and you do your business here. I can understand that to a certain extent. I would never do it, but the brothels thing to me is just so disgusting. Going to a place where other men go to and basically nut all over the joint. Let's face it, I know they're supposed to jimmy up or whatever, but sometimes nut goes where it shouldn't go. And even if it doesn't, you're going to the same place where other men have been to shag out the same person. To me, that's just fucked up. Nothing wrong with escorts. Well, yeah, I mean, like, not really. I mean, my view of escorting is I think that every single sexual relationship that's ever existed throughout the history of time has been transactional. Is that what people make that joke about the cavemen? They'd go out and get the fish, and then they'd come home, bring the fish, and then the cave woman would hand over the pussy. I mean, this has been going on for years. I love strip clubs. Imagine doing a fight companion at a strip club. I find strip clubs fucking seedy as fuck, mate. I don't find them fun at all. I don't find them fun. I find them uncomfortable. I find it awkward. And I am a degenerate scumbucket. But to me, brothels and strip clubs are just not where it's at for me. Go to a bar, find yourself a slapper, take her back. Get her to bring a friend. Have your own party. This is what a real man thinks like. I mean, a fight companion at a strip club would be legendary. The only problem with those strip clubs, yeah, or strip clubs in general, is I imagine, yeah, it would be very, very hard to get away with doing a live stream there. The only way you could get away with it is if you had like a hidden camera or something, and you try to do it that way. But as soon as you try to interact with you, I reckon places like that are very, very strict for obvious reasons about having people go in there with cameras and whatnot. I've never been to a strip club and I won't go. I've been to a strip club once or twice, which is already a lie because as soon as someone says once or twice, I've been to strip clubs. I just don't enjoy them. I've been to go-go bars more. Go like so. In case you guys aren't aware of this, they have go-go bars in Bangkok where you'll go into like it's like a strip club, but you go in there and all the women are naked and they've got numbers on them, and you can just go up to the owner of the or the runner of where you can just go 27 or whatever, and then they tell you a price. Expedite the process. So what you'll do is you go in, and then all these women that have numbers will just eye fuck the shit out of you, and they'll be going, and then you go, that was another bad moment. Press conference is on now. Yeah, keep me posted if anything comes up from it. I'm probably gonna go back and watch it. Like I said, I was hoping to have gone over to Bodach by now. Let me check to see what he's got to say. In my state, you can't have boobies out, only bikinis. I mean, that makes it even more pointless. I mean, if you're going to do the whole strip club thing, I'm not a fan of it. But taking the boobies away just makes the whole. In fact, I'd probably find that more. I'd probably find that more comfortable. Presser on. All right, hang on a second, boys and girls. What am I checking? Checking something. Anyway, I'm scared of marriage as well. I'm sorry. Crystal said that earlier on. Marriage is the oldest form of prostitution, one way or the other. I would strongly advise. Well, you know how I feel. You people know how I feel about marriage. I've said this in the past as well. Like, do not. My advice to anyone, man or woman, is just don't. If you're going to insist on getting married, if you're stupid enough to do it, yeah, just don't get married to somebody who makes less money than you. That should really be the ultimate rule. If you have to do it, don't marry some poor skank, and don't get pussy hubris. Tea and crumpets. I'm partial to a good crumpet. In both as a euphemism and literal crumpets as well. Crumpets are pretty great. Johan, I don't want marriage because I don't want kids. Princess Nokia, how old are you, by the way? This seems to be like the way that the younger generation certainly think. I'm guessing that you're under 25. I'm guessing so. I could obviously be wide of the mark on that. You're 19. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. We are going to have like a major population crisis in like the next 20 years, which isn't really going to matter because AI is going to fucking massacre us all anyway and make slaves out of us. I'm fucking ready for it. The way that society's going now, I hope they take over sooner rather than later. What you saying, Frankie? All women are prostitutes? No, no, I'm saying all people are prostitutes. I'm saying you're either a in any relationship that exists, you're either the what do they call it, the John, or you're the prostitute. And sometimes it can switch over. Sometimes the man can be the prostitute, sometimes the woman can be the prostitute. But they exist in every single relationship. And anyone who thinks I'm wrong is incorrect. Oh, mate, those fish and chips are fucking lovely, mate. Way Sophia's got her tits out. Exactly. I mean, and that's another thing. Food and strip clubs are things that don't really go together for me. It doesn't seem like a very sanitary place to be getting food. Do you know what I'm saying? All right, where we at? Bodach is live in 25 minutes. Yeah, I'm fucking sucking on air, man. But fortunately, the Bodach stream's only going to be about an hour. So, I mean, it's 5 o'clock in the morning for me right now. So this is gonna be a long night. Would you like one lump or two? A lump of. You say that until you. I've heard that wings are the way to go. You know, every time anyone talks about strip club food, they always go on about the fucking wings. I've heard they are the go to stripper. I was gonna say cuisine. Bryce, let's fucking go. So are they doing they're doing a full press conference for this weekend's one. Oh, a lump of sugar. My mind went straight to the gutter there. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I'm a I've become a no sugar in my tea type person. Well, of course they're cheap. You know why that is. You know why that is. They basically do like buffets, right? Or like I don't know, because you're gonna be spending $300 or whatever on a fucking shoving it down someone's g string or whatever. Strip clubs have incredible daytime buffets. The guys just go for the food. Yeah, of course they do. 10 fighters are on the panel. Fucking hell. A throwback to the good old days. So it's basically so who's missing? So it's everyone on the main card pretty much, yeah. Apart from who? Yair has a shirt suggesting he has all the cocaine. I think that's going to be a good fight, that Yair Rodriguez one. They've clearly put him in there with Yair, hoping that Yair bangs him out just to prove a point. Because people have been talking about Pitbull being UFC level for a long time. Who the hell eats a strip club? I was making the exact same point. Patricio is definitely high. I feel sorry for Patricio's brother. Patricio's brother is a proper little scrud. Just the fucking tweener of the family. They only started serving food at strip clubs so less wives would try to kill her husband. I need more information than that. How would that be helpful? How's Jean's wardrobe today, Chua? It's a good question. Let me know if anything interesting has happened. I'll be honest, yeah. A scrud is basically like a loser. These press conferences are always shit these days, and I've got to be honest, yeah. It's not the fighters' faults. It's the UFC, the way they set them up now, and it's the media members that they allow in and plant questions to. It doesn't get interesting anymore. Although with Bryce being there, they clearly tried to rile him up in yesterday's press conference with him, and it clearly didn't work. I'm losing subscribers now these days. You'll get them all back, Handy B. When you shut your channel down, I think when you stop using your channel for a little while, it can go that way. Funny thing for me, yeah, throughout my whole YouTube career, yeah, obviously it's not a career, but you know what I'm saying. During my YouTube time, my subscribers used to go up and down all the time. It would go like I'd gain 10 and then lose 5, and then I'd gain 15 and then lose 6, and then it was a very frustrating like up and down process. But over the last 3 months or so, I've just it's just gone consistently up, which has been really cool. I think it's because I'm using shorts a little bit more as well. I lost like 10 followers on Instagram. I mean, I used to have more subscribers on not subscribers but followers on Twitter than I did on YouTube, and now I have more YouTube subscribers than on Twitter, which I always wanted. But I don't fuck with Instagram. I don't like the format of it. What would it mean to win? For fuck's sake, this is what I'm saying. How would it feel to win your fight tomorrow and make a? We'll see you on Saturday night. I mean, this is what they do. They set them up for these boring fucking answers. I guarantee you, we're gonna hear somebody say, I'm gonna spark him out on Saturday night, and we're gonna hear all that shit. Twitter is the seventh layer of hell. I just like the format of it. Because you can just go through stories pretty easily, respond to them as you do. You can, there was that time that I out-ratioed Bilal on his own post, which was a personal highlight for me. Let me see if I can find that thing. Hang on a second. Just while we're here, I've just realized I don't have Twitter on my phone, which sounds obviously completely stupid. Don't worry, Andy, I stuck with you. Yeah, Twitter is Twitter is there is a lot of that. But you see, I've spent so much time blocking that stuff that I think my Twitter algorithm has picked up on it. So it just doesn't. I don't get spammed with that shit anymore. But yes, it is basically porn. I was born with brain damage, brother. Bryce is the man. Bryce is the man. He's just a lovely like redneck idiot, isn't he? I love him. Matua, people get so mad for a nun on Twitter all the time. Got rape threats because I posted my dinner. This is the thing. Being a Nokia, you made a fair point there. The thing is that if you go on any social media platform, especially Twitter, as a woman, and you post anything personal about yourself, it could be pictures, like whatever, could just be anything. As soon as they see that you've got a feminine name, you're either going to get called a whore or you're going to get called a man pretending to be a whore, and you're just going to get abuse. Twitter is a horrible space for women. I'll be real with you. You have to have thick skin to be able to handle it. But I don't think Instagram is all that much different. But I guess with Instagram you can control the narrative a little bit more. Yeah. Match you a boiled fish and potato sandwich. That sounds fucking terrible. I've been eating like a king round here. Known as X. I'm never gonna call it X. It's just it's Twitter. Silver being nice. What a bummer. Well, the thing is, yeah, Bryce has started to win some people over after yesterday's little performance. He pretty much like shut everyone down and acted, responded in a really responsible way. And he's clearly shifted the narrative back on his direction without backing down. Twitter femcells also be wild, to be fair. I'll be real, hustle bones. The amount of I'm gonna be actually like I'm gonna contradict myself immediately. I reckon like 95% of them are just fucking fat perverts, males basically. I think there's like 5% of like genuine women on Twitter. It was pretty awesome, especially with Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is quite nice, I've got to say, if you use it in the right way. When I first joined Juliana's stream, people thought I was a man pretending to be a girl. You're gonna get that a lot. You're gonna get that a lot. I mean, we've got like it took a lot of time for the females in this community to get credited with being female. We've obviously got like Angie, we've got Lane, we've got Chrissy J, we've got you now. There's maybe 6 or 7 females that come in here that used to get absolutely roasted and abused and accused of being fraudulent. It's just the nature of the business, unfortunately. Because people don't genuinely believe that. First of all, people are thinking, what the fuck are women doing on here? But women like stuff like this too. They like just vibing with people and hanging out. And you do get women out there who prefer vibing with men than they do with other women. And that's why you're going to get like people turning up in live streams like this where you can just vibe. I haven't been on Twitter, but Instagram is also basically porn. Very true. Even if you do try to manage your algorithm, they shovel porn in your throat. The thing is, yeah, I haven't entirely eliminated it. It does happen. I'm just like not a porn person. But also, I'm not somebody who's like an overly sensitive snowflake as well. I've become desensitized to it in a way that, like, when I just see it, I just brush it aside and ignore it. There are so many trans women on Twitter. I don't. Well, sometimes it's hard to tell. In pictures, it's very hard to tell. It's when you see trans women in person that you're like, that's a dude. It's too obvious. I like to be abused. uh, I genuinely don't get the appeal of porn. Um, I mean, this is going to sound like a really cringy thing to say. I don't find like I don't see the enjoyment in watching two strangers fuck each other. I don't see the enjoyment in that. I can understand it if you're like watching porn from like an educational standpoint, and that's going to sound like a cop out as well. But if you genuinely watch it from the point of view where you're like, okay, what can I learn so I can bring it actually into the bedroom myself? I understand it from that perspective. But most porn is like not representative of what real life sexual relationships are like. You know, you get these fucking donkey hung dudes smashing out tens. It's just not how fucking reality is. Welcome back, Miss Leo. Miss Leo is also a real female, by the way, in case you were wondering, Princess Nokia. Verified female. So we do have like women that actually, and it's not just my streams that women come to. Obviously, Gilly has the same situation, musical as well. Yeah. So like, you know, it is what it is. Oh shit, future Mrs. Frankie. I think anyone who knows me in real life knows that it's a very touchy subject with me and females. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I have a very unique view to how I see the world in that manner. Porn is like any other addiction. If your life is bad, then it's just another escape. It depends, doesn't it? It genuinely. Oh, is Bodach on live? Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Is he? Bodach, Bodach, Bodach. Is Bodach on? Oh, no, I think he's setting up to go on in 15 minutes. I don't think he's on. Did you see the Connor's post? Something like excited to see Paddy and Chandler. Just so you know, if Chandler wins, he'll call out Connor. Yeah, yeah. Porn is so cringe to me. I can't get into it. It's so exaggerated. That's the part of it. That's what I mean about it not being realistic. It's got to and also the problem with it as well. Yeah, the problem with porn now. Yeah, maybe it's always been that way, and I've never noticed it. It feels like they're constantly trying to push the bar, and it's just getting ridiculous now. It just gets more and more like outrageously stupid. And this is what I've heard. One thing, Frankie, is the spas getting a massage on a tug is always lit. Again, man, it's just not for me. I find it so awkward. Like this is why I don't go on. This is why I don't go on and get. That's why I don't get massages because you'll go into a place and then, especially somewhere in this part of the world, and you just genuinely want a massage. You might have a pain in your neck or whatever, and then someone starts trying to rub you out. Okay, so musical is live, but he's doing a pre-stream. So I think again, I don't think Bodak's on quite yet. I don't think he will be. Hey Frankie, how's the holiday? Shout out to you, Fight franchise. It's been really nice, man. I haven't been getting drunk, and that's been helpful. It's been a really good one. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Shout out to you and your channel. Princess Nogia, trust, big dog. If you want quaint, realistic porn, I've got the right playlist for you, big dog. Oh, mature, you're a disgusting individual. But yeah, I just think yeah, it's not what I'm into. And again, I'm not judging people who are into it. There can be, I don't know, the educational side to it. If you're just a degenerate who just gets off on that, fair play to you. I think it does do fucked up things to your brain though. It kind of stunts what you think about like it stunts how you see women, it stunts how you see sex. And apparently it's very damaging to like your I don't know, like your psychology and there's a lot that kind of You know, who has porn playlists? Man, I know people who have fucking porn collections and are proud of it. Like they have vintage porn collections. They have hard drives and hard drives of just shit on. Just they'll categorize their porn into like different folders and shit. Some people are shamelessly like just into it, and like I said, it's you do you, but that definitely ain't my brand. Definitely not. Porn playlist is a wild thing to say though. That is wild. Like Matua gets into like his he knows what kind of mood he's gonna be in, so he's got different playlists for the kind of porn that he needs. You base son of a bitch, you. Hopefully, all of you will tune into the quiz and watch me get utterly humiliated. Having physical porn copies is the craziest thing I've heard. Like, listen, yeah, I know people who literally, because I'm from an older generation, obviously, than you are. I know people who have literally like stacks and stacks and stacks of like old porn magazines and old porn videos and things like that that they hide from their wives. It's mad. I'm saying, yeah, if you're a sexual degenerate, just go out there and get some pussy. Genuinely, you know. Bryce is cooking silver right now. What's he saying? Bryce had the crowd barking, and Bryce said, "I put a lot of dogs down in my day." I love him, man. He's unapologetically who he is. They squeal right before they die. Oh my god. How you doing, crossover? What's good, bro? We're just um we're just setting up at the moment. We're gonna be migrating over to the Bodach show in about 9 or 10 minutes because we're doing an MMA quiz. Crossover, if you're up for it, maybe you could jump on as well if you've got time. I think he is. I think Bodak is looking for panel members. I'm gonna get absolutely humiliated in this shit because my MMA knowledge is dog shit. But it's all a little bit of harmless fun. Yeah, Bryce versus Silva, I think, is the fight that most people are looking forward to. Obviously, the main event's great, but feels a little bit like a not a real title fight, I guess. This is a great card. It's a great card. It should be sensational, but I guess yeah, we've got like a lot to we don't have a lot to look forward to really with cards coming up. So this is one where you've got to like, you know, really appreciate what you're getting because it's fucking dead zone for the next couple of months. It's gonna be bad. Do subscribe to Crossover MMA. Crossover is another person who recently surpassed 1,000 subscribers. So shout out to him. And shout out to Uselis as well, who has like 3,000 subs on his channel and is a fucking killing the game. Very entertaining lives as well. So give my man a shout. Casual lives matter. Where's the quiz? How can I join? So Johan, before we leave here, I'm gonna post a link to Bodak, and then he will give you all the information. So he gives you a link, he gives you a code, and then you can just log in from there and go for it. 314 is mad hype. From what it sounds like, yeah, this might be the best press conference we've had in a while. I think we all want Bryce Mitchell to win. Krylov versus Reyes is a super underrated fight. We were talking about Krylov earlier. Krylov, I think, is criminally underrated. He's criminally underrated. I've always liked Krylov. I think he's going to win as well. It's a great fight. I think it will be one of those. It has like real war potential. You know. Yeah, we could get a mate. This is what I'm saying. They need to just get fighters in there and just let them go off. Stop force feeding these shitty questions. Bryce has the most amazing. Bryce has the most like amazing arc I've ever seen. The ups and downs that this motherfucker goes through. But he's clearly in the middle of a redemption arc right now. because he was absolutely roasted. It looked like he might even get cut from the UFC, and now he's back on it. Elkins versus Arosa. I heard nothing about it this week. That'll be a scrap, but it's meaningless, isn't it? It'll be a good 15 minutes of them beating shit out of each other. But it doesn't. There's no stakes really, apart from just. It's a great fight to have as a little bit of a filler. You know, you need fights like that on the card to keep the energy up. You have a fucking ladies fight, and then you're like, oh fuck, and then you get these two on, and they'll just mindlessly beat the shit out of each other, and it keeps the entertainment factor up. It keeps the sneaky chance the card of the year is 314, but it will win by default. It'll win by this year has been shocking. We've had maybe two good cards. It's got to the point now, yeah, where last week's card, everyone was sucking that card off like it was amazing. It was decent, but it wasn't that amazing a card. It was fine. Bryce may be dumb, but Silver is retarded. This is the thing. Nobody's really heard Silver talk up until this point. He said one or two things, post fight, which has obviously been planned. He comes across as another retard, though. I think Bryce is going to get this done. I think he's going to get in his head and he's going to get this done. UFC London was just. We've got no excuses anymore, JPL. We moaned about the time, but we at least have the claim to fame to say in the last 3 years, that London card where Tom Aspinall headlined it, I think it was a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago, was one of the best cards ever, one of the most underrated cards ever. So we've still got that to kind of cling to some extent. So I'm assuming that the majority of this press conference is just Bryce and Gene Silver going off on each other, yeah? Is that basically what we're getting? It seems to be that they're taking over the show. I mean, the people who were on that card, I mean, Volk is going to have his little quips and stuff. Lopez is a respectful guy. I'm assuming they're both there. Paddy and Chandler are going to say the same one-note things about each other, and it's not going to be very entertaining. So it's got to be, if you're going to get any entertainment out of this, it's got to be Bryce and Silver going at each other. It's got to be. Is this worth going back and rewatching? Is what I'm saying. Is it worth me going back and being like, all right, or is it just like another highlights thing? I kind of feel bad that I didn't watch it now, but obviously I can't risk it with the live being up. Silver Aura minus 1,000. Oh dear. Well, the thing is, he's Brazilian, isn't he? I mean, he's like, he obviously doesn't speak English that well. Is he speaking to his native language, or is he trying to speak English? Hustle. He's in an aura debt. So, Princess Nokia, how did you get into MMA in the first place? Have you been a fan of it for a while, or what's the story there? It always fascinates me to find out when females get involved in what's predominantly seen as male-centered sports. I don't think I've ever asked Crystal this as well. Poor nerd. It's going to be a bad year for the fighting nerds, and it's going to start on Saturday night. Prates is going to lose. Gene Silver's going to lose on Saturday night, and then Cal Barello is going to get the triumvirate. He's going to get somebody like I don't know, somebody in the top 5, like a Fluffy, and he's going to lose. Mark my words. I feel like I need to go back and watch this now. This is the thing about Gene Silver, yeah, because he's so entertaining in the cage. Yeah, he doesn't. Some fighters think that they need to talk in order to get. Thing is that if you go in there these days and your fucking homies up here, you don't need to. You don't need to do this every time, you know. You don't need to talk. You don't need to try and manufacture a personality. There's no point. Wait, is Bo? Huh? Oh, it's a pre-stream. Okay. Someone please let me know when Bodach goes live. I'm assuming it's going to be soon. There's Bodach. Oh man, now it's been moved to 10:45. Fuck. I got into it because of Modestus Bukauskas. Wow, that's random as fuck. Modestus Bukauskas is cool as well, man. I like him. When he came out with that London accent, it really took me by surprise. I was expecting him to come out sounding like, Eastern European. And he was just like, yeah, cuz, how we doing? It's a great fight I had tonight. I was, what the fuck? Like, and he's had very unlucky moments in his career. So I'm a fan of his as well. Yeah, I saw that it was 15 minutes away. Fuck me, this is gonna be rough. I'm gonna I'm gonna literally be I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be brain melting by the time we get there. Volk seems focused, he fucking needs to be. Lopez looked so big standing next to him. Because Lopez has actually finally filled out into that division. Like he sort of it sounds like a weird thing to say, but he looks huge and like just strong for that division. So he's really improved himself physically. He's Lithuanian but raised in the UK. Yeah, so let me tell you something. Lithuanian women are underrated. But yeah, Lithuanians are genuinely they're genuinely cool people. Um, but yeah, no, I like Modest because I'm well aware of his history. I know that the thing is that I know that he was, when you get a lot of people who are like they say that they're UK fighters or whatever, but they've basically gone over there and trained for like 5 years and then they represent Britain to get the British fans behind them. That's why I was still surprised. I didn't realize that he was raised there. I had a buddy back in high school that used to study MMA. One day I kicked his butt and he made me start watching it with him. That's a beautiful story. Why did I not expect it to be any different? Volk wins best dressed. Wait, Princess Nokia, are you Lithuanian? I did not know that. Oh shit, Yair and Diego Lopez are getting into it. Oh, thank fuck for that. Yair Rodriguez is another guy who's a cunt. I hope Diego Lopez fucking taught. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this. This sounds like it's all kicking off. Hard pointing at each other. Oh, I got excited for a second there. I'm from Estonia. The women here are pretty banging as well. Bro, Eastern European women are secretly goated. You all know, yeah, that I don't fuck with white women. And I genuinely don't. But if I was gonna fuck with any white woman, it would be Eastern European women. That they've got they tend to they think more like men. They're very beautiful women, and they're also a bit based. So women from that part of the world, that Eastern European bloc. So we're talking like Estonia, Lithuania, not Albania really, but like Albanians are a little bit different. Like Russian, that kind of. You just get like Kazakhstan. I'm not a Valentina Shevchenko enthusiast myself, but I can understand the appeal. Poland, fucking hell, Poland. I had a mistake. I went to Rigo. Sorry, mate. We all make mistakes. That is a pretty big one, though. Yeah, yes, basis. That's what I'm saying. Like Estonian women, like women from that part of the world, will throw down with the men. I don't think they are tall. I think, from what I understand, maybe you can correct me on this, Johan. The Estonian women that I'm thinking of and Lithuanians are usually quite petite. Like they're quite slender and but popping. You know what I'm saying? Swedish girls are apparently amazing as well. Apparently, Swedish girls are really humble. Like when you go over there, I've never been to Sweden, but I know a lot of friends who go there like all the time. And what they'll do is there's apparently like just tens everywhere, and because there's so many of them, they're kind of humble with it. They're like a dime a dozen out there. There's so many hotties out there that they're just humble, and apparently they'll just chill with you in bars and stuff and be very friendly, and you know what I mean. And they're kind of down as well. So Yeah, man, I'm telling you something. But American women and English women are amongst the world's worst. Just being honest, I've been saying that for ages. Tall is a must. Petite and popping. This is what I'm saying, Johan. This is what I'm talking about. I know that Westy likes his tall women, which is very, very suspicious to me. But I think if you're like, I don't understand. I don't understand why petite, small women with like nice, boom, everywhere. What's he saying? What's Diego saying? You've got to fill me in, man, 'cause I can't hear shit. Yair calling Diego pinche cara was hilarious. What does that mean? Whatever happens, Yair versus Lopez is next. This might be why Yair is doing it. He's probably thinking to himself, if I beat Pitbull, I'm not guaranteed to get anywhere near close to it. But if I go off on Diego Lopez, of course he did. Of course Yair popped off on him first. Yair is thinking about he wants to manufacture another title shot. My mum is tall, but my height was stunted. How tall are you talking though? Do you mean tall for like like tall for a woman is in like 5'6", 5'7" range? UFC is back. Oh man, it sounds like it. It sounds like this might be the best press conference they've done in a while. I'm definitely going to go back and watch it. I didn't think about the Yair and Lopez possibility, but top top credit to top credit to Yair for starting it because it's a very smart move in my opinion. This card will deliver. This is why they need to have press conferences that just stoke the flames like this. You need to have it. You need to generate something, generate excitement. What's suspicious about being into tall chicks with long legs? It's just the body to it's the muscle to muscle ratio and the size to size ratio. She's 176, I'm 150. Yeah, so 176 would be about what, 5'9"? That is pretty tall. So 150 would be about what, 5'1"? Something like that. Maybe even less than 5'1". Might be 5 foot. The thing is, Nokia, there's nothing wrong with being a small female. You don't lose any points for that. Whereas like if you're a midgety male, like if you're less than 5'9" as a male, you get instantly judged for it. I think that's why I kind of prefer being over here. Because I'm only 5'7", like so I find it in the UK, women are kind of a bit more 4'11". Yeah, 4'11", damn. That is small. Um but yeah, like I said, in the UK it's like if you're under a certain height, you just get looked down on, like literally. Even if the woman is significantly shorter than you, you're just not taken seriously in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, 5'9", that's what I was thinking. Do you think press conferences would be more interesting if a lot of the fights were the same weight class? Like bro, this is what I'm saying. What you need to do, it's a very simple thing here. What you do on any major card, you make sure you have at least two fights in the same weight class. You have the thing that's going to be the title shot, or either a title fight or title shot, and then or an eliminator one way or the other, and then you have one a little bit further down the line where if one of them pulls out, you've got a replacement. 5'9" is enough. Nokia, can I have your mom's number? Oh, my dad is 5'7". So your dad is pretty base as well. Does your dad likes taller women as well? That's interesting. I mean, he likes a taller woman. I'm not saying that's his kink or whatever. Let's not go there. Um, that's interesting. I just prefer smaller petite women. I just do. But again, I'm not. I like to joke around and take the piss out of Western a bit. Or about anyone who likes tall women. It's just not for me. It's not for me. It's not what I'm attracted to. I'll put it that way. Like if somebody's my height, they've got to be quite like slender. I don't do fatties. I never have. Lopez is not that tall, you know. It's more that he's very imposing. Lopez is very, very imposing. I also lived in Scotland as well for 2 years, and I found the UK women to be so much more approachable than Estonian women, but you had to lower your standards beauty wise. Scottish women are different than I don't count Scottish women as like when I think of UK women, I've got to be honest, I think English women and I just Frankie, I'm 5'6". I gotta get what I can, bro. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm not this is why I'm saying though, man. Combat, you need to get over to Asia where everyone is 4'11" to 5'1", because around here I'm quite tall, and being white obviously helps as well. But I like either tall or small. To be fair, yeah, don't discriminate. I've Here's the thing, yeah. I'm speaking from experience. So I'm not saying yeah that I've never tried these things. I've smashed every type of woman at one stage or another in my life. So I've more whittled my preferences down. It's not like I've just like decided from like a young age this is what I like. Because especially when you're younger, you do what you need to do. You just like if you get an opportunity to hook up with somebody or get with somebody, you take it because it's building your experience. But eventually, you know, you start whittling things down when you start understanding the dynamics a little bit more. You can then get a little bit more picky and say, well, this is the type of woman that I'm interested in, and then you just roll with it like that. Western, my dad would beat up your dad. I mean, those Eastern European guys are scary as fuck. I have a very specific type in men. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't. I don't. But like I said, it's like I'm not really judging. I mean, I take the piss out of people's preferences all the time, but like I said, I've got very specific. I've whittled things down to like very specific things as well. I like. Is it short, half Mexican men, Princess Nokia? This is what I'm saying. Yeah, you guys are disgusting. Nokia, that's easy work these days. My dad has horrible vertigo, but his prime, no chance. My ex was my height, 5'9". Her six was 6'1", though, and that was more fun. Have you ever done the sister combination? I always had a like I've done some mad stuff in my time. I'm not going to get too deep into it. I've done like stuff with like more than one person at the same time. I've always had like twins on my list, and then it kind of occurred to me, what's the point? Anyway, I'm kind of going off on a mad one. Appreciate the shout out, Frankie. Gonna go live for a presser reaction right now. Much love to you, bro. Shout out to Combat Casual. Give the guy a sub. Show support to some upcoming YouTubers. It's how we all got here to begin with. No, that's a myth. What's a myth? Take it easy, Combat Casual. We're going to be heading off from here in a minute anyway. Um, we're going to be going over to Bodach hopefully any fucking minute now. Oh my god, it keeps getting pushed back. All right, guys, I'm going to take a little break because I'm running on empty. What I would suggest you guys do is I'm going to post Bodach's quiz in here now. So if you're not subscribed to him over there, head over there. La la, Nacho. I'm about to head off, but I'm joining Bodak's live panel in literally about 15 minutes. So get over there. Nokia, do the same. You're always good to have around. Westy, I definitely hope I'm going to see your ass over there. So Hustle Bones, Matua, um, who else is in here still? Johan, you're always great value. John Dong, fucking love you, bro. If you guys are all around still for the next few bits, head over to the MMA quiz. And we'll have Brutally on. I think Musical's going to be on as well. And we'll have a nice little panel together. But I'm going to shut things off here just to take a little breather. And then we'll be over there in Bodak's live stream in about 15 minutes. I think it's kicking off at, 15 minutes from now. See you guys over there. You're definitely gonna wreck me. I'm fucking stupid as hell. But at least it should be entertaining. Guys, in a bit, um, I'll catch you soon. Much love. Thank you very much. Thanks for popping by as well, Nokia. You're always great to have around, and thanks for sharing such personal information. We always enjoy going back and forth. Have a great one. Yeah, I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in about. Oh, let me put the link one more time. Have a great one, guys. I'll see you. Maybe we'll do the live stream on Saturday for the card in a bit, guys. Have a great one.